Facts under welcome, and wealth he threw, till before him the foe, both far and near, who house by the vale hath heard his mandate, gave him gifts, a good king he. To him an heir was afterward born, a son in his halls, who hath heaven sent to favor the folk, feeling their woe that Ursula had lacked an earl for the leader. High o'er his head they hoist the standard, a gold wove banner. Let billows take him, gave him to ocean. Grave were their spirits, mournful their mood. No man is able to say in sooth, no son of the halls, no hero neath heaven, who harbored that fright. Spirits mournful their mood. One eye, now Beowulf bode in birds of the tidings, leader beloved, and long he ruled, and famed with all folk, since his father had gone away from the world, till awoke an heir haughty Hugin, who held through life, sage and sturdy, the tidings lad, and one after one. There awoke to him, so the chieftain of Clownsmen, children four, Hrothgar, then Hrothgar, then Halgar brave, and I heard that was queens of the Fiskings, helpmates dear to Hrothgar was given such glory of war, such honor of combat, that all his kin obeyed him gladly, till great grew his band of youthful comrades. It came in his mind to bid his henchmen up all uprear, he a master, mead house, meteor far, then even was seen by the sons of the earth, and within them to all it young, he would all allot that the Lord had sent him save only the land, the lives of his men. Wide I heard was the word commanded, for many a tribe, this mid-earth, round to fashion the folkstead, it fell as he ordered, and wrapped the sheep in that way, it stood there, of halls the noblest, here wrought, he named it. Whose message had light in many a land, not reckless of promise, the rings he dealt, sure as witness there towered the hall, high gabled wide, the hot surge waiting a furious flame. Nor far was that day when father and son-in-law stood in feud for warfare and hatred, that woke again, with envy and anger, and evil spirits endured the dole in his dark abode, that he heard each day, the din of revel, high in the hall, their hearts rang out, clear song of the singer, he sang who knew tales of the early time of man, how the Almighty made the earth, fairest fields enfolded by waters and triumphant sun and moon, for a light and lighten and the land dwellers, and braided bright the breast of earth, with limbs and leaves made life for all of mortal beings that breathe and move. So lived the clansmen in cheer and revel, a winsome life, till one began to fashion evils. That field of hell, Grendel, this monster grim, was told, March Reaver mighty, in moorland living, in fen and fastness, feet of the giants that half was white, a while had kept since the Creator his exile doomed on kin of Cain, was a killing avenged by sovereign God, for slaughtered Abel, ill fared his feud, and far was he driven for the slaughter's sake from sight of men. Of Cain awoke all that woeful breed, Etons and elves and evil spirits, as well as the giants that warred with God, wary while, but their wage was paid them. Once he forced upon a fall night, the haunting the house, and he whoever that remains out alone to rest head on, and able, banded asleep after feasting and fearless sorrow of human origin, unfollowing life. Rain greedy, he grasped the times, wrathful, reckless, from resting places there to the things, thence he rushed, fame with a soul, fair and homeward, awaiting the slaughter of his lair to seek, then at the dawning, as day was breaking, light dwindled, the men was within after the sail was uplifted, wall, loud known in the lore, the mighty chief, absolute, excellent, unloaded that sat, loaded and low, with lost his sayings, wingless, had been traced, but trail of a fiend, steered the curves, to rule that sorrow, too long, too lonesome, not made for their spite, with night returning, anew, began ruthless murder, he went no wit, thrown his guilt, feud and crime, they were easy to find, who else were sought, and room remote, their rest at night, then with hours when the veil was shown. Was seen in sooth, with surest token, the hall thanes hate, such held themselves far and fast, who the fiend outran. Thus ruled unrighteous, and filled his fill, one against all, until empty stood that lordly building, and long it abode, so 12 years hide, the trouble he bore, sovereign of slidings, sorrows in plenty, boundless cares. There came unhidden tidings true to the tribes of men, in sorrowful songs, how ceaselessly Grendel harassed Hrothgar, that what hate he bore him, what murder and massacre many a year, feud unfading, refuse consent to deal with any of Daneland's earls, make pact of peace, or compound for gold, still less did the wise men ween to get great fee for the feud from his fiendish hands. But the evil one ambushed old and young, death shadow dark, and dodged them still, lured or lurked in the livelong night of misty moorlands. Men may say not where the haunts of these hell runes be, such heaping of horrors of the hater of men, lonely roamer wrought unceasing, harassings heavy, o ere heel wrought. He lorded a gold bright hall in gloomy nights, and ere could the prince approach his throne, 'twas judgment of God, or have joy in his hall. Sore was the sorrow to Sliding's friend, heart-rendering misery, many nobles sat assembled, and researched out counsel. How it were best for bold-hearted men against a harassing terror to try their hand, whiles they vowed in their heathen fanes, altar offerings asked with words, that the slayer of souls would succor give them for the pain of their people. Their practice this their heathen hope. 'Twas hell, they thought, in mood of their mind. Almighty they knew not, doomsman of deeds, and dreadful Lord, nor heaven's helmet heeded there they ever. Wielder of wonder, woe for that man, who in harm and hatred hails his soul to fiery embraces, nor favor nor change awaits he ever. But well for him that after death day may draw to his Lord, and friendship find in the Father's arms. 3. Aye. Thus ceased unceasing the son of Helphany with the woe of these days. Not wisest men assuaged his sorrow. Too sore the anguish, loathly and long, that lay on his walk. Most baneful of burdens and bales of the night. This heard in his hope, Highgley Spain, great among Geats of Grendel's doing. He was the mightiest man of valor in that same day of this our life. Swallers and stately, a stout wave walker, he bade make ready. Yon battle king, said he, far o'er the swan road, he fain would seek the noble monarch who needed men. The prince's journey, recruited folk, was little blamed. Though he knew he loved him dear, they met the hero and hailed good omens. And now the bold one from the bands of Geats, comrades choose the keenest of warriors, ere he could find. With 14 men the sea wood he sought, and sailor proved, led them on the land's confines. Time had now flown, afloat was the ship, boat under bluff, on board they climbed, warriors ready, waves were churning, sea with sand, the sailors bore. On the breast of the bark their bright array, their mail and weapons, the men pushed off on its willing way. The well-braced craft then moved o'er the waters by might of the wind, that barked like a bird with breast of foam, till in season due on the second day, the curved prow such course have run that sailors now could see the land. Sea cliffs shining, steep high hills, headlands broad, their haven was found. Their journey ended, up then quickly the weather's clansmen climbed the shore, anchored their sea wood, with armor flashing and gear of battle. God they thanked, or passing in peace, o'er the paths of the sea, now saw from the cliff of a sliding landsman, a warden that watched the water side, how they bore o'er the gangway glittering shields, war gear and readiness, wonder seized them, to know what manner of men they were. Straight to the stand of his steed he rode, Hrothgar's a henchman, with hand of might, he took his spear, and spake in parley. Who are ye? Then ye are the men, male folk, that on yon mighty vessel have urged the fuss over the ocean waves. Here o'er the waters of warden high sentinel, set o'er the sea marsh here, lest any foe to the bulk of the Danes, with a harrying fleet, should harm the land. No aliens ever at ease thus bore them, living wheelers, yet word of leave. Ye lack from clansmen here, my folks, agreement, a greater ne e'er saw of warriors in world than is one of you. Yon hero in harness, no henchman he worthy by weapons, if witness his features, his perilous presence. I pray you though tell your falcon home, lest hence ye fare, suspect of wonder, your way as spies in Danish land. Now dwellers afar, ocean travelers, take from me simple advice, the sooner the better. I hear of the country whence ye came.
IV4. To him, the Statelaeus spake in answer, the warrior's leader, his word poured unlocked. We are by kin of the clan of geese, and Hybalic, own harsh, fellows we to Polkatar, I was my father known, noble atheling, a Kexial, named full of winters, he far away, age from earth, his honor still, through wit of the world, by wise men all, to thy lord and liege, in loyal mood, we hasten hither, to Hyalfdean's son, people protector, be pleased to advise us, to that mighty one come we on mickle errand, to the lord of the Danes, nor deem I right that ought to be hidden, we hear thou knowest if sooth it is, the saying of men, that amid the skylings a scathing monster, dark ill-doer, in dusky nights, shows terrific his rage unmatched, hatred and murder to Hrothgar, I in greatness of soul will succor, bring, so the wise and brave may words dispose, if ever the end of ills is fated, of cruel contest a tear shall follow, and boiling care waves, cooler grow, else ever afterward anguish days. He shall suffer in sorrow while stands in place, high on its hill, that house unfeared. Astride his seed, the transport answered, clansman unquailing, the keen soul thing, must be skilled to separate and sunder dolly words and works. If he well intends, I gather this band is graciously bent to the sliding's master. March, then bearing weapons and weeds, the way I show you, I will bid my men your boat. Meanwhile, to guard for fear, unless foe men come, you'll renew tired a ship by shore of ocean, faithfully watching, till once again it waft o' air, the waters those well-loved things, winding next wood to the weather's bounds, heroes such as the Hess of faith shall succor and save from the shock of war. If they bent them to march, the boats lay still, fettered by cable and fast at anchor, broad bosom ship, their stern oars over the sheet guard, chasing cold and keen and gleaming, guarded kept air, the man of war, as march along heroes in haste, till the wall they saw, broad gable and bright with gold, that was a Paris, mindful for the earth, of houses neath the heaven, where Hrothgar lived, and the gleam of it lightened o' air, lands afar, the sturdy shield's man, showed to that bride, bird of the waters, bade them go straightway thither, his steed then turned, hardy hero, and hailed them thus. 'Tis time that I fare from you, Father Almighty, in grace and mercy guard you well, safe in your seekings, seaward I go, gainst a hostile war.